Here's what's making news now around Indiana, brought to you by your Indiana Fever. Well, a well-known distilling company has announced plans to revitalize the former General Mills Pillsbury plant in New Albany. Louisiana-based Sazerac says it will invest $66 million to establish a new alcohol bottling plant and create about 110 jobs over the next 3 years. California-based SF Motors has detailed plans for a manufacturing hub in Mishawaka. The electric vehicle maker says it will invest more than $160 million to renovate the St. Joseph County plant and create more than 460 jobs in 2 years. The company says many of those hires will be displaced AM General workers who once worked at that facility. Well, it's a very common problem for companies, cities, and regions throughout Indiana, recruiting top talent. But there is a new approach gaining traction in Fort Wayne, where local entrepreneur Lynn Reecer has created a nonprofit offering specialized tours and services to companies looking to impress job candidates. She's here now to tell us about Northeast Indiana Talent Attraction, Inc. And Lynn, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Okay, let's talk about the organization. This whole talent issue is huge and has been for a long time in Indiana. Talk about how you came up with this idea to do this, because it really goes back many years ago to when you and your husband moved to Fort Wayne, and it's somewhat reluctantly, right? You love it there now, but it was that process.
Yes, I was living here in Indianapolis, in Zionsville at the time, and then when my husband got a job offer up there and wanted to take it, I really didn't want to go and leave Indianapolis. So, and what I learned though during that time was that if something would have been done for me, the trailing spouse, I would have been much more receptive to it. And then once I got there, I just had to find my way around on my own. But within about a year, I was in love with the whole area. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about your model, Fort Wayne Talent Attraction Inc., a nonprofit. How it works, because what you're offering to companies is to take prospective employers around, but really give them not a template tour, if you will, but a very personalized tour.
Yes, it's very much like almost like a concierge service. So the process and the way it works is the HR department calls us immediately when they have a candidate coming, and the sooner we can meet them, the better. It's better if we meet them before they even meet for the job interview. We will even pick them up at the airport. And then before that, though, we have interviewed them over the phone extensively. We spend about 30 minutes on the phone, and they actually love that part. They love telling us about their family and their kids and what their interests are. So it's a very in-depth interview so that when they do arrive, we are showing with them what they really care about.
And you, as you mentioned, important you feel to do this even before they do the job interview with the company.
I do, and what we'll even do if we're contacted soon enough, we even mail them a whole package of information on the city and all the things, again, that have to do with their lifestyle.
Okay, it's gaining traction. Now talk about any success stories, or talk about some of the reaction that you're getting to these specialized services.
Oh, people are real believers. So we started doing it in 2010 when I started the real estate company that I have, Reecer Properties, and because I knew back when I was fundraising in another not-for-profit, I heard over and over again how it was so tough to recruit people to Northeast Indiana, but yet I knew it shouldn't be that tough. So to begin with,
yeah, well, it was an outgrowth of the real estate company.
Exactly. So when I started the real estate company, I knew from previous experience fundraising that people were having a very tough time recruiting individuals. So right away, before I even had my real estate license, I called myself a recruiting specialist, and I pitched the idea to a physician who had a group of radiation oncologists in Fort Wayne, and I asked him how it was going there with recruiting, and he said terrible. That the year before, with that season of fellows that finished their program, they got nobody because they only put out 100 in the whole country. So I said, would you let me experiment and try this method with your group? And we did, and we only had to bring in 3 people, and they got 2 out of they got their 2 top choices.
Yeah, real impact. Lynn Reecer is the founder of Northeast Indiana Talent Attraction, Inc. Having impact in Northeast Indiana, we'll be following your success and progress. We look forward to having you back on the show.
Okay, thanks for having me.